Hello, everybody. Uh, on this opportunity, I will introduce Sarah Montero, born on December 1st in 1976 in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. She is daughter of Mr. Marcelian Montero and Elias Pereira, both of them from San Juan. This is a province in our country, Dominican Republic. Although Sara's parents both are from San Juan, during her childhood, she never traveled to that city because two of them were engaged in other jobs or in the evangelical church. So it was just a few years ago she went to know her parents' hometown. Sarah's high school was a little far from her home. Therefore, she sometimes had to walk or ask for the ride to her elder brother who had a car. So he used to drive her to school among other roommates. They were picked up from the street. She finished high school in 1997. The following year, she married, who is now the happiest man all over the planet, Antonio Toribio, the one who is talking to you now. In 1999, the first production of the marriage, called Side and Nicole, came into the world. And 8 years later, the second one, and me, would arrive. In 2011, she traveled to the Republic of China, where she stayed for a year together with her family. She thinks she learned a lot from this experience. She met a lot of interesting people, not only from China, but from other parts of the world, and learned many things from Chinese culture. For example, with regard to Chinese gastronomy, she likes the way they usually cook some dishes. But that doesn't mean necessarily that she likes Chinese food. To the extent sometimes she only wanted to eat international food, namely McDonald's, JFK, etc., etc. As a matter of fact, she never liked Chinese food, to the point that she asked someone heading to China from Dominican Republic to bring condiment like sopita Maggi, smashed garlic, and so on. But at the end of this journey, she had to admit it. This has become a turning point for her life and her family as well. After years has passed, she would like to one day go back and live again this experience. She entered to study marketing at the O&M University, obtaining the bachelor's degree in 2014. After finishing college, he began several personal projects on sale, among other things, selling shoes, sneakers, clothing, etc., etc. Currently, she owns a clothing store for ladies and gentlemen. So the project, which at the beginning was personal and private sale in her vehicle, now it has grown a lot. To the point today she focuses to travel herself abroad to buy wholesales. According to what she has searched on the web and with friends, she thinks thus far the best place to go and buy is Miami wholesale stores, primarily because the low prices, the variety, and the quality of the clothes you can find there. Going back to the 80s, when she was a teenager, she had thousands of adventures with her siblings, especially with her closest sister, Ruth. They were very funny, and they had to clean their house together. They used to cook and wash the dishes. They weren't in the same classroom, of course, because Sarah is 1 year older than Ruth. They have similar friends, and they also went to Paris together. Actually, they still are that close today. They call each other to talk about their lives almost every day. And even though her sister isn't in the same country, they try to keep in touch as much as they can. I would like to tell you one of those stories of their childhood. In their house, there was a kitchen, one that his father took to be raised. Because every time they cleaned the house, the chicken dirtied the floor. One day, there was a kind of oil in the backyard. Her sister and she decided to put oil on the back of the chicken. Imagine. And tied her leg with a rope. The next day, the father asked what had happened to the kitchen. They remained silent, both of them, but end up confessing everything to the parent. The father just laughed and punished them for a week. Both of them were remembering those stories when Sarah's and her daughter visited Ruth in New York last year, which, by the way, this is another funny story to tell you. When she was in New York, her sister Ruth was nursing her third kid. It was a beautiful girl. Sarah and Ruth named her Nellie. Sarah took after her mother. When it came to cooking, most of the family believed Sarah's style is just like her mother, because when she cooks everything, no matter what it is, the same flavor and taste when her mother cooked. Almost all of Sarah's sisters have the same ability to cook as good as their mother, especially when it comes when it is about delicatessens, namely Dominican sweet string beans, pie, coconut sweets, and so on. Nevertheless, Sarah's style is something really special. When she is abroad, people from different cultures and customs used to ask her to prepare any kind of food, and then they asked her for the receipts. For example, when she was in China, she had a lot of friends asking her the receipts every time she prepared something for eating. This is the reason why every time she travels, she makes several copies of the receipts for the dishes she usually prepares. Now it is time to talk about a very important aspect of Sarah's life, her husband, her half orange. Her husband's name is Antonio. She represented a full hand for him because anytime he is free from work, she tries him to do something, whatever, even things that are not programmed. It is said that when he has homework task for the Open for Adults University, where he is studying now, she doesn't leave him alone to finish his homework. But nevertheless, you know what? He loves her a lot. Finally, one of the things you cannot live without mention is in Sarah's biography is that she likes to watch all kind of soap operas, whether it be Venezuelan, Mexican, Brazilian, Colombian, Peruvian, etc. Although lately she has been watching Turkish soap opera. It is a belief that she is watched more than 200 of these romantic series. Thank you so much.